Hi, good people. How are you doing? How is business taking you? The dollar has become something else, mostly against the shilling. It's way up, but we still have to do business. As a business person, don't be scared by the dollar, how we are buying the dollar. No. Because at the end of the day, it is the consumer that is going to feel the pinch, and it is not you. And at the end of the day, you have to provide with the merchandise. So when it comes to the dollar and everything, we don't concentrate on that when deciding whether we are going to do business or not. No matter the season, we still do business. It's only that things are going to hike. I've seen instances where I'm on a business trip. Things that I used to sell maybe at $100, right now I'm selling them at around $160. It's because of the pricing has to change because of the dollar. That's what I mean. Now, some updates about the Chinese New Year. I came here precisely to give you some updates about the Chinese New Year. Unlike the other years, the Chinese New Year has ended very, very early. They also need to work. It has ended a bit early. I've gotten so many messages, emails, and even calls from my suppliers telling me that they are back to work. So by the end of this week, I'm sure most of them will have resumed. So you can start placing your orders in China. You can come up with strategies of how you're going to ship from China and maybe sell on Amazon, on Jumia, on Instagram, on all these social sites platforms. And if you haven't joined our imports class, you better join it as early as possible, where I teach and mentor people on how to do their imports from China, shopping their things from Alibaba, the best ways to sell on social media. Because even I myself, I almost rely on social media to do my sales. So that is where I have a Telegram class where I teach people all these things. I give you suppliers, mainly suppliers that you can never even find on Alibaba. You're going to find those suppliers in there. So I'll put a link down below on my comment section, and I'm going to pin it. That is the link that you're supposed to use to join our Telegram class. I charge $25 or 2,000 Kenya shillings for the people in the country. Now, the Chinese are back. The borders are open. You can take a flight to China as early as possible. It's not complicated. The only problem or the only difference is that the flight costs have gone a bit higher than we used to do it kitambo or back then. Back then we used to pay for like $600 a return ticket. Right now it's going all the way to $2,000, but it is always worth it, mainly if you want to invest a lot of money. For the people that are asking if I can take them around, I can take a flight with them and just take them to China just as I was taught. You all need to understand that I took a step of faith, flew to that country, and God intervened and gave me someone who is going to teach you. Even you don't don't rely on me. If you take a flight to China, God is going to make a way for you. Chances are you might also find someone else who is going to teach you. Another thing is, you will never lose your direction as long as you have been in my Telegram class. You will never lose your direction as long as you have been in my Telegram class. This is the problem with most people that fly to China. You get to China, you don't know an agent in China, and maybe you're trying to load a container or even ship things via consolidation. You don't know the markets. Now, for you people that have been in my Telegram class, I've given you not less than 100 business cards. Those contacts, as I always tell you, save those contacts. You may not have an idea of how helpful those contacts will be the day you are going to fly to China. Reason being, if it is furnitures, you would want to know the market for furnitures. Just contact a supplier for furnitures. Ask them to pin the location for you. You're going to go to wherever they are selling the products. If you go to the shop or to the supplier's, office, then you're going to find a whole market of a whole market of furnitures. If it is phones, the same. If it is bags, it's a whole district of, bags. You just need to contact those suppliers and ask when you're in China and ask them to share with you their address, to pin their location. It will take you to different towns. All those business cards, most of them are from different districts. Most of them. If you look at them keenly. If it is sneakers, it's a district that deals with sneakers. If it is furnitures, if it is utensils, if it is, handbags. So you won't get lost, because at the end of the day, the most stressful thing is getting to China and getting to know where you're going to start. Getting to know where you're going to get the market. Now, you with my business cards and with my contacts, you're sorted. So then believe in yourself. Don't be the type of people that feel as if they really need someone there in person to hold their hand. No, just if you have the right information, go and get whatever you want. Go for it. You might get lost the first time you try to use your metros, but try using metros. Metros are everywhere. Metros are everywhere. It's much cheaper. I also use metros. I don't use taxis, because at the end of the day, when I'm on a business trip, I'm trying to save each and every coin that I get. Once you become a business person, it doesn't matter how much money you're making. Try to save as much as you can. Have some money discipline, spending discipline. Don't put your money in places that you're not supposed to put your money into, so that you may be able to live in your budget or on your budget, so that you might not find even the need of taking unnecessary loans to top up. Maybe the money that you're taking to top up have been used by just, you just use that money in some weird things. So you can try as much as possible to use the metro. They are going to give you a map. I remember the first time I started using metro, I went to the metro station, took a whole big map. I was given a map and I was directed on how I'm supposed to go about it. I used that map for like 2 days. I didn't mind just standing on, on that train waiting bay with a whole map, trying to study and see wherever I'm supposed to go. Within 2 days, I was set and ready, and I didn't even need to use that metro, that map again. So go and explore. Be ready to learn new things. Chances are, if you go to China, you might not even shop from the suppliers that I've given you. So use them as a way of directing you wherever specific markets are. Yeah, wherever specific markets are. Take my Telegram class seriously. Use a book and a pen, put down everything that I have taught, because if you don't, chances are you might end up doing some mistakes that are going to cost you big time. So be very keen, be very careful when it comes to that. So I'm wishing you all the best in this for the people that are trying to join business right now. For the young people that just cleared their A-levels, just join business, start early. The best time to start a business is when you're below 25 years of age. But that doesn't mean that the people in your 40s, 50s, 30s, you're late. You're not late. God's time is always the best. But the most perfect time to start a business is when you're below 25 years, when you're young and naive, when you're ready to make mistakes, when you can learn from your mistakes and accommodate them and move past your mistakes. There are those things that you really need to do when you're young, when you're vibrant, when you can go to a country and walk the whole day without, your knee paining, you're energetic and all that. But that doesn't mean us that we are in our third floor and fourth floor and all that, we are late. We are not late. To start, just start somewhere. Have a strategy of how you're going to sell the products that you're about to import. Have a clear strategy of how you're going to import the products that you're going to import. Another thing, if you're trying to load goods worth more than 10 CBM, 8 CBM, please do a quick calculation before loading via consolidation, and see if I ship these items through consolidation and loading my own container, which is easier, which should I go for? If you ever load goods worth big CBMs, you the people that are using consolidation, do your math or book an appointment with me, and just ask me how how it is loading your own container, so that you can be able to save an extra coin. So once again, if you load goods more than 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 CBM, please consider loading your own container. It might be cheaper, very cheap. You end up saving almost half the amount, depending with the item that you have, that you're about to buy, So I'm wishing you well. I'm looking forward to see you excelling in the businesses that you're going to engage yourself in. And don't copy anyone when you're trying to start a business. Let it be your very original idea, because if you try to copy someone, that means that business is not going to succeed. Please just know that we don't move under the same grace. The grace and the anointing that I'm having, it's not the one that you're having, and the one that you're having, it's not the one that I'm having. Don't go trying to see someone, oh, that person sells human hairs, and since they started selling human hairs, they have become very rich. I would want to start importing them. No. That is not how you give birth to a big business in future that will become a big business in future. No, it has to be your very original idea. Also, don't buy ideas from people. I don't know how many times I can emphasize on that. Don't go asking people, what am I supposed to do? What do you think I can do? What do you think? Please stop that behavior. You have to get tired. You have to exercise your brain. Think, even if it is going to take you a month of thinking and trying to think which business you're going to get yourself into, doing some research. You'd rather take your 2 months doing your research and getting to understand really which business that you're going to get yourself into, other than just going out there asking people, what do you think I can do? I'm having $500, I'm having 1 million. That is not how it works. Because the thing that someone is going to tell you to get yourself into, chances of it flopping is very, very high. That idea will flop. That business will flop. Happens to all businesses across. Just one day, go asking people that run successful businesses and just ask them how they got to start doing those businesses. You will never find someone who was told by someone to do a specific thing and decided to go for it and excelled in it. So believe in yourself. Pray to God to give you a direction. He's a very, very faithful God. If you pray from a humility point of view and just ask God to have mercy on you, remember, He is the giver of wisdom, the wisdom that you need to create wealth. That is in Exodus. Yeah, I think that is in the book of Exodus. He is the giver of the wisdom to create wealth. Can you imagine? So ask Him to just give it to you, and He's going to give it to you, so that the things that you're going to touch are going to turn into gold. Any business that you get yourself into, it's going to work. Also, be realistic in the businesses that you're going to get yourself into, and just, have realistic goals. I talked about that the other day. Have realistic goals. Don't what does it mean? Don't start thinking of how you're going to do your first flight to China and make millions. No. It's growth. It is growth. And it takes time. You'll grow from one level to another. But keep trusting God. Keep trusting the process. So with that said and done, I'm going to the market. Let me leave you guys in peace. And have a lovely one. Again, use the link below to join my Telegram class for the inputs and benefit from it and maximize on the benefits that come with it. Maximizing on the benefits that come with it is or means you're supposed to go through each and every post that I've done, and during our weekly live you're supposed to be in there, listen to the questions that people are asking, and also ask your question. So bye and have a lovely one.